What's going on, everybody? It's Quicksilver, and man, I am excited as hell today. And I actually have a really good reason for it. Kind of a neat video I'm doing today. It's kind of weird. I guess it's kind of a special video, but it's not really a very special number that I'm celebrating or anything like that. It's just something really cool that I felt like I had to share with you guys. So, are you ready for it? Wait for it, and I'll pretty much just pretend to snap my fingers. Ready? Snap! How about that, guys? Check it out. Look at these reflections, man. I have been goofing around with Minecraft shaders. I had never actually heard of these things, and I was actually, I don't know if it was Keralis or if it was BOO that I saw these things with first. They were actually using them. I think I'd seen screenshots online, but I didn't really know if it was even for real or how you do it or anything. But it is crazy cool, man. The lens flare you can get off the sun. Oh, man. I am loving this stuff, man. It's like a whole new freaking game. The light quality's a little funky, but there's all sorts of really cool stuff. I mean, like you can see with water, you get specularity and like reflections and crazy stuff. Things like the trees move, the grasses kind of move. There's blurry effects. Like if I look in the distance, it's clear as a bell, but if you look over in the right-hand corner, there where the bush is, in my hand, it's a little out of focus. And we can see even more dramatic if I look at the bush. If we can make it happen. Yeah, see if I look at the bush, yeah, if you look in the side now, like the background where the mountainside is and the water in the background is out of focus. It's just super cool, guys. I am totally in love with this. Let's look at this. I mean, shadows actually move with the sun. Oh man. As much as I love the eye candy, my texture pack, it just blows it away. I mean, I love that it works with my texture pack too. It's awesome. You know, look at the glowstone. And look at that glow. I mean, the reflections you get on water and everything. Man, I'm telling you, I could be in love with this. There's only one thing that I don't like about it, and that is in order to make this work, look at the caves. Oh my god, the atmosphere you get is so incredible. Oh, guys. Okay, the bad news about this. Yeah, you come out, I mean, you get your eyes have to adjust to the light. It's too bright at first. It's just amazing. The only thing I don't like about this is I have to play in Minecraft 1.7.2 for this to work. But look at that, guys. I'm in love. Can you tell? Yeah, and I will wait until it's nightfall and actually let you see what this looks like at nighttime too. I know I'm wasting a little bit of valuable time here, but I feel like this is just worth it. It's just too cool, man. If it makes my video a little longer, I should probably say, then I am fine with that. But let's head up here while we're waiting for nightfall. The clouds look a little bit jakey still in here. Just so that you know, if you use Minecraft shaders and you're curious about it, I'm actually running with, this is the Seuss, or Seuss, however you want to pronounce it. I forget the guy's name who does it, but I will post a link to Keralis. Did a great video on how to get this stuff working for you if you have PC-based Minecraft that you're playing. He does a great little walkthrough on what you have to download and how to do it. Really cool stuff. So anyway, I'll put a link to that in the description. I also have, I guess, Rudo Plays. This is another really cool looking shader. You can kind of see in the background over here, it did a little bit, but it's not as dramatic, I don't think, as this. The other ones, the Mr. Meeps, I like, but they do some kind of funky stuff with the lighting that I can't get used to. So I think Rudo Plays does too. I think it goes kind of reddish on you actually. But the Seuss 10 Ultra, man, oh man, oh man, I'm loving it, guys. It is just so freaking cool. Yeah. So anyway, that is that. Get us back in the game. I guess the other thing that he is working on is clouds. The reason I haven't turned on, he's working on volumetric clouds, which means that's a fancy way of trying to say he's trying to make realistic looking clouds actually spawn in Minecraft. Right now, as you can see, not so much. There's still a lot of work that I guess he's got to do, but he does mention on the texture pack itself that he is working on it. The other thing that I'm not a big fan about while we're talking about this, I'm not a huge fan about, and I've seen this with all the shaders, Minecraft shaders, is the inside of buildings go really dark, man. It never really looks super bright. I think once you get in here, your eyes adjust a little bit, and it does brighten up somewhat, and it's a little better, I guess, at nighttime. And maybe it's just because I have so much glass around, although I don't think it's any better downstairs where we don't have any. Yeah, it's like a cave down here, and it's really well lit. I mean, there's no way a mob's gonna spawn in here. But yeah, so I'm not sure. I probably am not going to play in this unless I can find a workaround for that and a way to play in the most current version of Minecraft. Again, this is when I'm playing, it's 1.7.4 is the most current version, Yeah, see, like in there, it's almost pitch black looking. Yeah, wow. Welcome to the Nether, right, guys? But I guess it's kind of moody and atmospheric and kind of cool for that, but yeah, I don't know. It's neat though, because the way that the light actually influences things. You know, I wish the fire glowed more and the torches glowed more, but you know, this is lapis. It's blue, and the torches cast a yellow light, so you end up looking with kind of a greenish colored stone when it's in here, as opposed to out and about in natural lighting. Again, this is so cool. Bang, it's super bright, and then your eyes adjust, and boom, it goes to what it should look like out here. So cool, guys. So freaking cool. So, alright, so yeah, while we're waiting for things to do what they're supposed to do, areas where it's dark, oh man, like even the water in the darkness, you can see it. It just looks so cool. Let's head over here. God. Alright, here's what I have done. I'll just give you the quick recap while we're waiting for nightfall. For the Fight Club, I've actually made some pretty good progress on it. These are our mob spigots, if you want. I still don't have them wired up, and I think that's what I'm going to try and do with you guys today after I stop drooling over the shaders textures, or the shaders pack, I guess. I want to make sure I want to make sure I have an ender pearl, otherwise I gotta pretty much die to get out of here. So I'll drop in here, and wow, yeah, you can't even see in here. Is it gonna brighten up? I don't think it's gonna. Here, we're gonna cheat a little bit. We'll go back into the shaders when it becomes nightfall, but I will go ahead and do this. Done. Back to game. So see, I mean, look at the difference in lighting. So I'm not sure. I can't get used to that, but man, it's so much worth it for the other things. So alright, so here's what I have done. This is the area where what I'm thinking we'll do is underneath us there's just a straight drop down to the ground. I've only put in this topmost floor. But I'm thinking we will probably punch away right here, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe we'll punch away right here. Yeah, and we'll make our minecart elevator go up this wall, and that's how we'll get from floor to floor to floor in here. Once we're up here, I think I'm probably going to put a flight of steps to get us up to here and over here maybe, so that we can get on the roof of this thing, because it's a pretty easy way to get in and out, and then we'll finish out the top of this deal as well. But I think I'm probably going to have, this is probably a subfloor, we'll probably have another floor 1 or 2 blocks above it, and that's where we'll hide all our redstone from all the stuff that we're going to have to do here. So basically, if I open those guys up, I'm using those for my door right now. I'm not sure how I want to get a door in here. I had big blocks in here, but it looked so weird. I didn't like it. So this is where our mobs are going to hang out. I'll have an iron golem or 2 that'll just kind of stomp around back in here. These are our mob spigots, if you want to call them that, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1, 2, 3 block drop onto here, so I don't think they'll die. So they should fall, and there'll be 1-hit kills running around in here with iron golems, so it's going to be totally stacked in our favor. But this is where zombies will drop out, this is where our skeletons and witches will drop, and then right here is where our creepers are going to drop, and I've got that totally glassed in so that they will drop down to the next level, which right now means to the ground underneath, which is bad for them, good for us. So one of the things that we're going to have to figure out today is I've got to find a way to divert the skeletons, just like we diverted them from where they come up from where they're spawned, and then they get sent over to here. I want to put in some kind of a system where we'll have a block get pushed over, and we'll open up another 2 blocks, and we'll have them get shoved over to another water trough that will put them here. We'll have an opening probably right here, I'm going to guess, and then we'll do the same thing with glass. It'll take them down here, so that we'll drop our creepers there and our skeletons right here to our floor below, which will be, if we want to, we'll hit a button to have that happen. But if we want to, and then we'll be able to set up our record studio down below where we can entice these skeletons to shoot the creepers by standing over on this side. So that is the general plan. But in addition to that, all the other things that we talked about last time, which if you didn't watch that last video, or 2 or 3 or 4 or I don't know, 43, I'm not sure how many I'm up to with this. There's been several videos. You'll want to check them out so you know what's going on. But I have a lot of levers basically on blocks up there, and what we're going to do today in addition to that is we've got to create a lever system, and I'm thinking we'll do it over on this wall. I hope we're going to have enough room for it. To basically have it so we'll flip a lever and we'll send a redstone signal up, and we'll wire it all the way back over to wherever it is that we need to have it set. So we'll be able to hit, let's say, a lever right here, and it will turn off the mob farm, and it will turn on the fight club, and the mobs should start coming down this way instead of going over there. Then we'll have another button we can push, or a lever probably. I don't think I'm going to use buttons just because I don't want to have a whole bunch of T flip-flops and things like that. We'll have another lever that we can flip, and we'll be able to select if we want skeletons to be sent down to the record studio. Actually, maybe we'll put that on the floor below. That'll save us a lever that we don't have to worry about up here. But we'll have it set up so that we can send, we can call just zombies, or zombies and skeletons, or just skeletons, or however we want to do it. We can call whatever mobs we want to send, and have the guy duke it out with them. I've set up a little redstone room back here. Hopefully we won't need any more than this, because that's going to be a real problem if we do, because basically this is the outside edge of the tower over here. So I think that's plenty of room for us. I think what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to have my levers on the other side of this wall. They'll power redstone. Let's say we'll have a block right here or something that has redstone on it, and then we'll just create a redstone signal, a tower going up. So we'll have several of those things in here that we can then use to control things. So that is the generalized plan for the day. Now that I have run through that, and it is definitely nighttime, let's go ahead and I'm going to turn our shader pack back on, and we'll go ahead and we'll get a look at the world at night, because it is pretty damn impressive, man. Oh man, I can't see a damn thing now. It is really? Ah, okay. That's what happens when you hit Q instead of W on. Okay, let me get us up here first of all, and pray that I don't miss. Okay, good deal. Alright, man, the world glows at night. It's either absolutely stinking pitch black like the jungle over there. I don't even know if you guys can see it. I hope you can, because it is pretty cool looking. Got a little tiny fingernail moon, or it might be a little bit brighter. But I've torched out so much stuff over here that, man, oh man, Shevitz, it is just crazy looking over here. Love the way that the glowstone looks at night, the halo that it gets. Holy crap, man. Like I said, I can almost forgive the fact that I have to play on 1.7.2. The lava, check it out, man. I mean, lava always bothered me in this game, because you can have lava and it like lights up a room or something. And if you've ever seen lava in real life, well, or in pictures, because I've certainly never seen it in real life, that's freaking lava, man. It glows like crazy. I mean, it's not some weird little texture. It is actually lighting up the freaking world. So, man, this is just, I mean, look at the reflection. I gotta jump to see it, but reflections of lava. Holy crap, man. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I am kind of in love. That's actually a red carpet at night, which, you know, red does turn black at nighttime. If you know anything about optics and the way that you see things, red is actually tougher to see at nighttime than black is. So kooky, man, kooky. I'm just, man, love it, love it, love it. I mean, this place just looks so cool. You know, it almost wants to make me put a glowstone lamp in the middle of this thing, or I did, didn't I? Is this something wonky going on? Yeah, there's glowstone in the water. So interesting. It doesn't handle that very well if you light a water source from within. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at the house up there. The cows. Good God, the cow farm looks cool. Who would have thunk it? I mean, look at that. The sky, the night sky. You get multiple colors. It's dark over here, and where the moon is, you get kind of that bluish haze. God, guys, I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna shut up now. But you know, there's some weird things in my map. I'm gonna shut up now about the shaders, because I got to go back to the normal Minecraft mode to actually play. But like I said, wanted to show that to you guys, because I just think, man, I can't get over the water. That is just so freaking cool, guys. So freaking cool. Even at a distance, you got the reflections down there. Man, alright, enough of that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut this stuff off, worship the sun here for one shining moment again. Actually, let's go down here really quick, because that's, I think, the coolest view is that water. Oh, check it out, we got a zombie swimming toward us. Bad news, buddy. I can still shoot under these shaders. You too, pal. I don't know if you're a zombie or what you are, but leave my chickens alone. Yeah, that's an interesting thing, guys. Interesting tip. I don't know if I've shared it or not. I actually checked out the chicken farm. Somehow I had just a butt ton of eggs in there. They were jamming up the system. And if you chuck them at a distance... Oh, wow, I hadn't done this even yet. Look at the skellies over there. Water looks really cool. Underwater even looks cool. Who would have thought? Damn. So yeah, if you chuck a whole bunch of eggs into water, they will still spawn chickens potentially wherever they land. So you can still end up with a whole bunch of drowning chickens in your world if you... Oh, I see how it's going to be. I didn't think you could shoot me underwater like that. Yeah. Oh, I missed him too. I suck. Distracted by all the eye candy bling. God, man. Yeah, sorry guys. Alright, I promised I was going to be done with this, so let's go ahead and we're going to get to the video, and you guys can quit hearing me go on and on about this. The last I will say about shaders and the fact they are awesome, and I really want to find a way to play with them on all the time. The last thing that I will tell you is I will reiterate that I'm going to go and I'll put a link in the description down there where Keralis does a really excellent detail on how to use these things, how to set it up in your world if you want to be able to see what your own world looks like in here, because I'll tell you, man, it's worth it. It's like a whole new game, man. So, alright, I will be right back, and we'll be in normal Minecraft mode, and we will proceed with the video. And we're back, and gone is all the eye candy. Back to a normal, boring old Minecraft. Okay, not too boring. Anyway, yeah, I did want to show you guys that. I spent way too much time, I think, probably going over it, but so we are kind of short on time, so I've done a little bit of the build here. I haven't finished it all out yet. I wanted to show you at least kind of what I'm doing, so I'll just kind of give you a bird's eye view. I know that's a mess, but as I mentioned, that's not actually going to be the top of our tower. Once I have all of the redstone mechanics wired up, circuitry, I guess you could call it, kind of looks a little like that, then what I will do is right over here we'll build a staircase, a little small staircase up just to get us to the next height, and then we will floor in everything. So this will be like a crawl space that'll have all our redstone in it between the ceiling of the Fight Club room and the, well, I guess what will be the topmost floor of the tower, where I guess I'll make like an observation area or something goofy like that. But I'll probably also connect the Ender Pearl elevator over here to that as well at that point. So let me show you what you're looking at right here. Let's go ahead and tell you. Very simply put, this is our on-off switch so that we can power on the mob sorter and divert the mobs from going to our old XP kill chamber and into our sorter, where we will then be able to call them into the Fight Club itself. So for those of you that have watched all of these, you know that we had a lever over here before that we would flip on and off that would let us open the floodgates to let the mobs out there. Since we have it all wired up now, I've pulled the lever off. This is the only place I needed to use a redstone repeater. I think it's the only redstone repeater I'll absolutely have to use in this whole thing, just because I had to actually have this block be powered like a redstone source, like if a lever was on it. If you just run the redstone directly into it, it won't power the redstone dust that's below it. This configuration will do that. So if we just follow this back, I've just used redstone torches to invert my signals because I didn't need to just use repeaters to extend the signal or anything like that. This right here is the tower wall. I just punched a little bit of a hole in it over on the side. That's the only thing that I don't like about this. I don't think I'm going to have, well, I guess I'll probably have that same setup going on over here for the creeper calling. But that's the only thing I think that I'm not super thrilled about over here. There's not really a good way that I can think of to get around it. It's certainly the simplest way to do it. So that's the way that I've done it. So let's get back over here on top of this. Incidentally, guys, I just threw little half slabs up here too so I can get in and out of this thing a little easier. But yeah, so this is our signal. We're just following it backwards. So that's where we were on this side of the wall looking in. So then if we continue to follow it around, we invert it again unnecessarily here, but that's just so we get the correct state up there that corresponds to how I want the lever to look when we're using it. Over to here where we have this redstone torch on a block with a redstone torch underneath it on another block. And basically all I've done is vertically wire that up. So here's our control panel over here. So we've got Fight Club on and off. That's also going to be Record Studio once we get that built. So I don't know, maybe I'll make another switch for that that'll send some vertical power into this thing as well. I don't know, probably not, because then it won't make this state accurate necessarily. But anyway, that's how we power the whole system on and off to call mobs down here into our little Fight Club. Then I've got these three separate levers. We'll flip this one and we'll call the creepers and have them fall through the glass chute down to, well, to right now to their death, because there's literally nothing below us right here other than the wood that we're standing on. Call skeletons and witches, and call zombies. And the way that I have these things working is on the back of the wall behind the levers. I've just got a redstone torch, so when I flip the lever it changes the state of that torch either on or off. In the case of our powering the whole system off, I want it down to be off. That just feels more natural to me. Up, on, down, off. So when I flip this up, it actually sends the redstone like we need it, and I'll leave that up, and maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see a zombie or two popping out here. Oh, I do want to show you one other configuration change that I made in the actual mob sorter as well. That is an improvement. So anyway, once we have the signal here, I'm just using some vertical wiring right here to get our redstone signal up to the roof, or I guess the crawl space. It's not really a roof. So that's what you guys were seeing here. And if we keep following that around back the other direction, you can see how we are going right up there. That staircase, if you want to call it that, where the redstone's going up, was off, or was on. Now it is off. So that is that. And if we look in here now, we have our water flowing. So zombies and creepers and nasty things will all be popping in where they belong. Now, actually, this is probably a good place to show you. The configuration change that I made is the water flow. Remember, we had that one water source blocker right here that was just running straight into the wall. And when I first put this together, I didn't think that was a big deal. I thought, no big deal. You know, one mob is going to sit over there. No, man, every freaking mob that went in there seemed to gravitate towards that dead spot, which really pissed me off. So what I have done instead is, and I think I can probably show you over here on the creeper area. Hopefully it will be safe and we won't have one pop through and blow up. You can kind of tell under here, I've just dug out another block space underneath here. I was able to do it on all the spawning areas. So I did it over on the zombies, I did it over on the skeletons as well. And then I placed our water source block, instead of placing it here, it's one block like underneath this wall where our trapdoors are over there, which lets it flow more naturally, and we actually get a diagonal flow all along there. So it's going to push every single mob that gets in there into that one corner where, I mean, they'll have to fight the current, and I know they'll do that, but yeah, here you can see it right here. Actually, this is the zombie chamber, so you can see the water source block there, and you can see everything's pushing right to here. So when we open that up, every mob that falls in is going to get shoved right down there and into our pushing water chambers here, where they will get shoved down. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that off now. I don't know if we have any zombies in here or not. Bummer. I did give this a little test, I'll let you know, so that I could make sure that it did indeed work, and I guess before I log and call this the end of the video or anything like that, I will make sure that we do that and get some zombies running around in there. But in the meantime, I do want to go ahead and just get this stuff wired up really fast here. I'll just show you how we're setting up our vertical wiring, because I think I can do that quickly. And like I said, I know this video is running a little long, but I was so excited I had to share the shaders stuff with you guys, because I just thought, man, that is incredibly cool stuff. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, I don't have any more redstone torches. But, lucky me, oh, I can make one more. Yippee-doo. Alright, well that sort of sucks. That's going to be a little bit of a buzzkill. But, you know what, that's going to give us enough that I can at least get on the roof here, and I can show you, yeah, I made this little staircase here as well, so we can get up and down. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think, if you like it, if you don't. If you don't, I don't know if I really care right now, but I'm just being blunt with you. It's functional right now, so it does the trick. So basically I already know that it's every other block is where I need to carve out. So if I pop this out, we should see, yep, our solid stone brick. And if I pop that, we will see a big hole, yep, that drops us down. So I know this is where we want to put our redstone torch. So that's what we're going to use to control the creepers. And I chose to do them in this order because I wanted to have the things that we're going to have to travel the furthest away going first. So since we have the whoops, I don't need that block right there, which means I'm going to make another. Oh good, it's not a big hole because the wall's there. Since I knew I was going to have the yeah, right, what are you trying to say, Quicksilver? Since I knew I was going to have the on-off switch and that was going to have to travel the furthest, I went ahead and I set it up first. Now that I know the creepers are going to be our next switch that we're going to need, I thought, okay, I'll run that. That's going to be the next furthest away. Does that make sense to you guys? Hopefully it does. I'm kind of talking while I'm working, and I know when I do that I stop making a whole lot of sense. So it's generally speaking maybe a bad idea, but hey, you know, here we go. So now that I've done that, we can pop down here, and we'll just make sure. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just laying out all the places where the blocks are going to need to, where the redstone is going to need to go. And I'm doing that this way because I don't want any dirt here. Oh, this is going to be bad news bears. Yeah. I don't want to have dirt here because if I have an Enderman decide that he wants to come play over here, then it's going to be bad for us. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm just laying this stuff out, and I think I can pull that switch off of there. Now if I pull that switch off there, it's going to open up the creeper sorting area because that's powering that right now, but that's okay. So now I can just lay this stuff down, and because this just needs to get power into it, I don't need to worry about putting a repeater on that. If I had a stick, I could show you. Am I ever looking at anything? No, I'm not. I just need to get some sticks in there. So I'll go AFK and do that. But if I ran power into this thing, which, you know what, that's kind of dumb. Let's do that really fast right here, just for sake of argument. Now, that means I just turned on that. But if I power this up, now if we pop up here really fast, we should be able to look in the creeper sorting area and see that it is indeed open. No, that's not open. We've closed it. Okay. Oh, yeah, duh. Because this was open when we had that going. So if I do this, by changing that state, now it should be open. Sorry about the clicking. We got mobs that are dying down below. So, yep. So now it's open, and you can see there's the water channel that's going to push the creepers to their demise. And that is good, because that's exactly what we want. I'm going to go ahead and throw this torch back in place so that we can turn off the system. I don't want the mob sorter active while I'm working on it. That's generally just a bad idea. Now if I pop back over here, yep, no water there, so we are all set, guys. So yeah, I think the only thing I have left to do is just run my redstone back, and that's really pretty easy to do, because I've put down the half slabs on there so that it's really easy to just lay out my redstone. Everything else up there is actually I did it on the half slabs I built actually below, so I wouldn't have to worry about lighting this thing up or having mobs spawn up here. I guess the only place they can spawn is on top of what I'm doing right now, and I don't really care about that because ultimately this is going to be covered up by probably more half slabs right here. So it's only going to be, I guess, a block and a half high. So this little staircase will be really little that we're going to use to get up, maybe one staircase and a half slab or something. So it should be really low down here. I should never need to get back under here, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I think we just effectively wired up the creeper separator, or the ability to sort our creepers through. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wire the rest of those up, starting with getting sticks so that I can actually wire those things up, and maybe I can actually take some jumping lessons. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go AFK and get some more redstone torches and get that stuff cooking, and I'll be right back to show you the finished fight club, I guess. Alright, I think we're about to the end of the video, guys, but I do have everything wired up here, so we can now... I have the fight club turned on. I wanted to go ahead and get some mobs in there. Where the hell did he come from? Apparently I have an area in here that's a little bit dark. I gotta look into that. That's really not good news, guys. Whew, that could have been bad. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and call some monsters down here. So let's start with, I don't know if I have any creepers, but let's go ahead and we'll dump them so we'll see them fall through, and we'll call some zombies down here. We got our guy waiting there for them. They should drop out of here. If everything is done correctly, and I'm pretty sure it is, any second now we should see somebody come out. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not supposed to happen like that. There we go. He didn't like them. So that's two of them. I think there are probably maybe a couple more of them. So yeah, alright, I'm going to say we got the fight club going. I'm going to drop out skells and witches. Maybe that'll confuse this guy a little bit. Oh, I think I see another. Oh man, he didn't let them fall out. Damn. Oh, there's a witch. See the witches. Oh, I guess they're not going to be more of a challenge for him. I figured they'd be more of a challenge because I figured the witches would have healed themselves, but apparently not. So okay, guys, I am going to call that a video. Call that success. I'll go up here and show you this while I say goodbye to you and all that other good spiel, how I ran all these things around. I will probably go ahead before the next video. I'll do some off-camera building to get all this stuff covered up. But yeah, so I am pretty pleased. I think that was worth it. It was a big project, but it was a lot of fun to do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn all that stuff off, and then I should be able to safely go in there and get the drops. But yeah, if you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe, and I will keep putting these things out. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.